Throughout history, railroads have always competed with other modes of transportation. When they first came around, they had wiped out the horse and buggy. Around the turn of the century, newer technologies had come to challenge them. Airplanes had been competing on their speed, and one of the railroad's worst enemies was the roads. People became possessive and thought of them as easier methods of transportation, considering they were everywhere. One type of road vehicle of which included a bus. The engines of the Fairway knew this, especially Vincent. One day he found himself talking to one of these at the station.
What out-of-date garbage? Still think of yourselves as the best method of transportation?
I beg your pardon?
The railroads have always thought themselves as superior. Well, the fact is they're not. We, the roads, are the future. We can go anywhere. You pals of Hot Molten can only go where the rails are.
The rails allow us to go faster, and we are much more efficient in terms of cargo than you. You should think before you say.
The same could be said for you. Nobody cares about that. Why would they? We are much easier to gain access to. You know, people have to drive to get to train stations.
But that's not the point.
Run again. There won't be a need for humans to waste money on train tickets when you can simply take a bus like me or drive a car. Your time is running out. We're the future of transportation. Roads are the superior method of transport. Roads are the way to go.
That guy's an idiot. We'll always be around.
Later that day, Vincent came across Nick and decided to tell him about the bus.
The fool thinks that buses and other types of road vehicles will start phasing trains out. Isn't that hilarious? Nobody's gotta drive some phony cars where they can ride mainline trains and streetcars.
Nick was not laughing.
You shouldn't brush that off, Vincent. I'm actually kind of concerned that will happen.
Really? I definitely won't insist where cars were the cause of a railroad going bankrupt?
Very recently, actually, the Chicago, Aurora, and Elgin lines stopped transporting passengers. For a few years, buses were substituting their interurban cars. 2 months ago, however, they ended taking passengers as a whole. Call me crazy, but I'm very worried about our future.
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. Let's just hope that this won't harm us as well as them.
This ruined my day. I hope there isn't more coming out of that bus.
At the end of the day, Vincent was still concerned about what was going to happen to him. He told the others all about the bus.
Well, you know, I was almost scrapped, but now I'm here. Just because that bus says different doesn't guarantee your days are numbered.
Well, you were lucky. Several steam locomotives are being scrapped by other railroads because they are in favor of diesels like me now. Oh, sorry, that was really in poor taste. Perhaps you'll find something new. The chance is still there.
Indeed. I may not haul logs anymore, but I don't care. There's billions of freight jobs, you know? Maybe you'll be assigned to one.
Freight! Not freight. Never that! Passengers are my thing, you know. I have been doing it since 1941, and I'd rather rot in a scrapyard than pull freight trains for the rest of my life! Got it?
Are you done?
Yeah. I am.
Thank goodness, that freaked me out. Besides, you're not the only one who hauls passenger trains.
That is true.
Katie sometimes pulls them, and I pull commuter trains whenever I'm assigned to do so.
That is also true.
Right, and the point is, don't get too concerned. I doubt you'll be scrapped. Our manager isn't that harsh, I hope. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
This can't be happening.
Unfortunately, Vincent found that as the weeks passed, less and less people were riding on those trains. He soon found out why.
What did I tell you? I told you I was right.
Shut up, you thief! Those are my passengers!
Not anymore. They're riding me and other buses. Want to know why? Because I'm better. I make less stops than you. I get there as quick as I can.
Just stop!
The truth hurts, doesn't it? Your time is up, Daylight.
FYI, that's not my name. It's Vincent!
Whatever. I've got business to do. Why would someone name him Vincent? That's a lousy name. Why not call him Luke or something?
Whatever happened to respect? It seems he doesn't know what that is. Thank goodness I still have enough riders. What's going on?
You've hit the ground, Vincent. Hard tour. You might have some damage to your underside, but it won't be safe to check until you're back at the yard. Sit tight, I called a crane and it'll be here soon.
How did you manage to jump the rails, Vincent?
I don't know, Steve. Don't pester me about it.
Fair enough, but coming off the rails isn't exactly a good thing.
Typical of losers like you to come off the rails. We roses never come off the rails. In fact, we're never on them in the first place.
You again! Cars can get in accidents as well, you know.
Pah! I've never had an accident before, and I doubt I ever will. Once again, I defeat your lame excuse for service to the public.
For once, I could stand to not be around him.
Vincent, this isn't a good time to get yourself in a derailment.
Sir, it wasn't my fault. The rails must not have been stabilized properly, and my speed and weight simply were too much for them.
I understand your viewpoint, Vincent, but what will the people say? These days, people do whatever they can to criticize the service of others.
Don't remind me.
After that turn of events, the amount of riders on Vincent's trains dropped again. Not many people riding anymore, which was damaging finances.
Vincent, we need to talk.
Don't go on about it. I know what you're gonna tell me.
Yeah, I'm thinking we may have to discontinue express trains. Very few people are riding the trains, and it's not paying up for the expenses to run them. I'm sorry, Vincent. I don't like it either. Our last train will be at the end of the week.
Vincent looked like he was going to cry.
I guess my advice didn't help on this one. Progress doesn't care about morality, I suppose.
The world is cruel.
The days passed, and soon it was the last day for Vincent, who was also storming that day.
I can't say this is fitting, considering the recent circumstances with passenger rail travel.
Can you not talk about it right now?
Sorry, but you'll have to face it.
I know.
Do you think Vincent has been a little too depressed about all this? I think at one point he felt suicidal.
I don't care. He hasn't been as bad as these red egg engines I once met down south.
Excuse me, what did you just say about us? You know we ain't so keen on words like that. You are lucky we may never come to your yard in your life. Think before you say something, Yankees.
Break the fourth wall, why don't they? They came out of nowhere. They even have faces. We don't have faces. What the heck is this?
At first, Vincent believed there were no sort of happiness within his last journey. To everyone's amazement, that would be the journey where a ray of hope would finally appear. Part of the line ran parallel with the road. As he approached the section, he would see what happened to be a freak accident. He had to stop at a red signal, so Vincent was able to get a look at what was going on.
What do we have here?
Oh no, not you. Anyone but you. This was... My name is Bert! Shut your mouth. He was being careless on the slippery road and collided with a pickup truck, as you can see here. Not my fault. It's hard to drive in the rain. Though I'm curious to know one thing. Is this train heading to Chicago?
Yes, actually.
Thank the Lord himself. Everyone, we found ourselves a ride. Alright.
The passengers were all escorted from Bert into Vincent's coaches. Anthony, on the freight train, then passed, causing the signals to ring again, and Vincent was on his way.
Wait, what about me? You can't just leave me in this wreck.
Yes, I can. It would definitely serve you right for attacking me for the past few weeks.
You filth. Laugh it up all you want, but I'll be back. My owner will make sure of that.
Whatever. The tables have turned, Bert. If you're lucky, maybe a tow truck will come to pick you up soon.
Vincent managed to make up for lost time. The passengers were very pleased when he approached downtown Chicago.
Thank you, my friend. It was a very comfortable ride.
Thanks. Shame it's my last one, though.
Are you serious?
Yes. Buses like the one you are riding today have been phasing me out. People like them more.
Well, you know what? I've changed my mind after this journey. I will personally write a letter to your owner requesting that he changes his mind too, regardless of how many other people prefer roads over rails.
That's very honorable of you to say that. Thank you.
As the next week went on, the manager put Vincent back into passenger service. Thankfully, more people began to ride Vincent than the last few weeks. While some people still rode on buses, they learned a very valuable lesson, that other methods of transport are useful as well as others.